I'm Taya from Ukraine. Welcome to my channel again. Guys, you know that there are a lot of scam girls, unfortunately, as online as in real life. Today I would like to share with you some story that was really shocking for me, that such people exist on this world, seriously, and in such cruel, I would say, way they earn money. This video will be long. Be ready, take some cup of tea, please be convenient on your sofa or a bed, because most of the time Justin will talk about the story, not me, so you will understand clearly about what's going on. So Justin, you can start.
Oh, hi. I'm here to tell a story about a pretty traumatic event that happened to me in St. Petersburg, Russia, when I was touring around Europe in February 2018. I've been to Russia before. Before this, I've been to Moscow. The previous, it was June? Yeah, June 2017. And when I was there, everybody was talking about, oh, you got to go to St. Petersburg, but my visa was about to expire, so I couldn't go at that time. I only had a single entry visa to Russia. And if you needed to know now, you do need visas to go to Russia. And it's very complex. So I don't know if you've ever used the app Tinder. I more use it when I travel so I can meet local people, which I did a lot on my journey. And it really is a nice way to meet local people without just going up to people and saying, hey, do you speak English? Hi, I'm American. So basically, I talked to this one girl, and I'm going to write down her name right here. And we were talking, and I'm not much of a drinker at all. Like, I don't really drink alcohol. I'm not really into things like that. So she says that she is going to bring her girlfriend along with her, which was a little confusing. Didn't really know what was going on with that. But I said, fine, I like to meet people. So she said she wanted to go for drinks and then figure out what happened later. I was just saying, hey, do you want to go see a movie? But she seemed to want to go for drinks. So I was like, okay, I can go for a drink, whatever. She tells me, this girl, Polina, she says, meet me outside the Nevsky Prospect subway station. So I get there, and we're talking to each other over text, and she gave me her phone number, which was very stupid on her part, considering what happens later. We're not finding each other at all. Like, we couldn't figure out where each person was. So, and I took a picture of where I was, and she apparently was at a different place. So she says, hey, meet me at Kazan Cathedral. And my phone was acting weird, so I wasn't receiving all of the messages, and it was just not going well. So then I knew that actually Kazan Cathedral was just down the street. So I walked down there, and her girlfriend, I don't remember what her name was, were just standing there. So then we started talking to her. The girl, Polina, she had glasses. She spoke English. Her friend really didn't. And they were decently attractive. Very nice. A little bit too nice. It was a little weird. So then we walk down the street. And this is like a very touristy area of St. Petersburg. They lead me down a alleyway, and then another alleyway. And this place is called Crystal Club. Remember that name. What's weird is there doesn't really seem to be like a door open. The one girl that didn't really speak English, the girlfriend, knocks on the door. Then this very big guy opens the door. And they talk to each other in Russian, like, they knew what this place was. So we walk in. The guy at security is a big guy. Like, I'm talking like this guy meant business. He checks my bag because I have a shoulder bag. And there wasn't a cover or anything. So we walk down the stairs. And then I see there's like 3 seating areas with couches. There seems to be a guy over here and 2 decently attractive girls. Guy over here, 2 decently attractive girls. All the guys also look like foreigners. I sit down, and I start talking to 2 girls for a minute, and a waitress comes by with tequila shots like that we did not order. I was just like, oh, okay. I was like, whatever, just tequila shot. Do the shot. I talk to them for a little bit. This place is kind of weird. And then about 5 minutes later, another round of drinks that nobody ordered come. So I go over to use the bathroom, And when I come back, I start having some more of my drink, and my drink tastes weird. It tastes weirder than when I was there before. But they kind of keep distracting me by talking to me. Then they say, oh, let's dance. There's like a little dance floor. And it's actually like a decent looking place. There's just not many people in there. We dance around for a little bit, talk to them. I come back, and then another round of drinks. I haven't finished my other drink yet, but it seems that they just keep bringing some. I talk to them some more, and I'm starting to feel a little like weird. So then I noticed that the one girl that didn't speak much English keeps going up to the bar area and coming back. She kept also ordering balloons filled with helium, which was a little weird. They kept hitting those. I don't know if that makes you high. I don't know what all like the new ways people get high. They were ordering those too, and that was weird. So then a bill comes, and I was like, I'll cover this, and I pull out my credit card. And it says 7,900 rubles. And that's about $139. And I'm like, no, I'm not paying that. But the woman just takes my credit card and puts it in the card terminal. And then she's like, it's not working. She gets another card terminal, puts my card in, and is like, it's not working. I'm just not understanding at this point. I'm starting to feel really off. So then she's like, oh, it went through. It was like, I didn't know I was paying 7,900 rubles. That's crazy. So then I'm starting to think to myself, I should get out of here. I should get out of here. But then a cheese plate comes. That again, we did not order. Nobody ordered it. Maybe the girls ordered it. And another round of drinks. I don't have any of these. I'm starting to feel really off at this point. And I know some shit's going on. And I'm freaking out a little bit. And all of a sudden, these girls start to get pretty rude. And this is sort of where things, I don't remember it perfectly, so I'm just saying what I remember. They both start speaking English, like, fluently. Which is weird because they didn't speak it fluently before. And they're like, oh, if you pay the next bill, we'll come back to your hostel. I'm just like, some shit's going on. So then I go over to the bathroom. And I tried to call a family member, and then I tried to call my friend, but there's no signal in there. The place is a dead zone. I walk back, and I'm like, I gotta go. But then another bill comes, and then it says 16,000 rubles and 900. I'm not paying that. Fuck you all. Sorry for the language. But then the security or a guy from before comes back over. And he's like, you gotta pay the bill. I'm like, no. He says, well, we're going to the ATM. And as I said, I'm not feeling great. Then he puts on brass knuckles, like I'm talking those things. He's like, go to the ATM. I'm like, okay. He brings me and her down the street to an ATM. And the guy's just like, take out whatever you can. I try to walk away, but he pushes me back if I try to walk out. Like, he kept pushing me back to go back to the ATM. And the girl's like, just take out the money and we'll go. I remember taking out 5,000. And that's the most you could take out at one time. And then I gave it to the girl. She's like, try one more. And I try to walk away. He's like, you got to pay. I'll come after you. He's being very threatening. And I'm fucking terrified at this point. And I take another 5,000, give it to the guy, and then I run. It was kind of funny that the last thing that the girlfriend said to me was, you've been really rude, you should go home. And I'm just like, well, you've been beyond rude to me. You have robbed me. It took me, how long did it take me? Like 45 minutes to get back? And I was my heart was pumping. I was terrified. It was just an overall very scary situation. But thank God that I had been walking that same route very frequently because it was my third day in Petersburg. So I knew how to get back. When I got back to the hostel, I told the staff all about what happened. And I want to say thank you so much to the Baby Lemonade hostel staff. You all are amazing. If any of you ever go to St. Petersburg that are listening to this, I highly recommend the baby lemonade. And they said, well, we could call the police, but in reality, they're probably not going to listen to you. You're super messed up. And I was super messed up. Like, my head was in 5 circles. I was drugged. There's nothing I could do. I was just robbed of hundreds of dollars. So they said that I recommended it. Well, they recommended me to go to the hospital. But I was like, nah, no, I'm okay. I spent a lot of the night, every hour I'd wake up to go throw up, and my stomach was feeling horrible. And then the next morning, I go to the U.S. Embassy to tell them what happened, and then they said, well, this is the 3rd time this week there's even been a report of this here in St. Petersburg. This is so frequent here. And they also recommended that I go to the hospital. So they recommended me going to the Euromed clinic, which is a private clinic. So I walked down, and I was there for about 7 hours. 7 hours. They did a ton of tests. They had to completely rehydrate me. What I was given, they couldn't figure out what it was, but they knew that whatever it was inflamed a lot of my blood cells, which is pretty bad. If you look at the reviews for Crystal Club, a lot of the reviews have said this has happened to other people. In conclusion, having been through that, it was all very traumatic for me. I will say that I was very stupid not knowing something was going on when I was brought down the 2 alleyways. I've learned that you can't trust anyone, no matter how nice they are. And if they're too nice, there's something going on. If you use Tinder, be sure to be very careful where you go. And always ask where they're bringing you so you can look up that place beforehand and make sure that it's in a decent area. What happened to me was relatively minor. I was only taken of about $400 US. Also, try to never leave your drink unattended, because that's what I did. And you never know what could be happening behind the scenes. And if you do go to St. Petersburg or really anywhere in Eastern Europe, just always be very, very careful. You shouldn't be scared of traveling. Places like Russia, Ukraine are very safe in general, but it can be very, very bad. The scammers that I was dealing with that scammed me, like, they were not very smart. Like, they even had both of them were taking photos of all of us, including one that I took on my phone and putting it right here. Like, they weren't hiding anything. They gave me their phone numbers. I have one of their names. Even when I was at the hospital at Euromed, and they reported it to the police didn't even care. I hope that hearing this story will inspire you to make safer choices than I did when I was in St. Petersburg, or really in general when traveling, because this was very traumatic for me, and talking about it, especially to thousands of people that are going to be watching this. You should enjoy Europe. There's a lot of great things there. Just have to be careful. And I think my story kind of tells why.